Howdy. Long time no see, I guess. Had some problems. I actually broke my smartphone, my old smartphone that was about 5 or 6 years old. So I had to get a new phone, and this is the first chance I'm having to record on this new phone. So what I decided to bring out was the Strat-O-Matic 2019, the Mets and the Nationals. So we'll see how this turns out. Like I said, it's kind of a test because I don't know what I'm going to see and what I'm not going to see. I'm looking down through my phone now, and it looks like it's catching everything pretty decently. Um, this is a replay of the opening day game 2019 Strat-O-Matic, Mets and Washington. Jacob deGrom against Max Scherzer, and this is in super advanced. Those are your particulars here at Nats Park. We have 11-8 with a 2.43 ERA for Jacob deGrom. We have 11-7 with a 2.92 ERA for Max Scherzer. All right, we need to do ballpark effects because super advanced requires ballpark effects. So we're looking at March. Whoops, wrong league. Got to go to the National League. National League March. It's a day game, so we're looking right in this column right here. On a D20 roll, 1 to 9 is good, 10 to 16 is average, 17 to 20 is bad. It is an 18, so we got bad weather, which is a 15 and a 12 for singles, lefties and righties, and home runs are an 11. So not so good weather here on opening day. In the real game on opening day, there was good weather in DC, but for this game, it's not. And I bought this scorebook a couple years ago and never really had a good chance to use it, so I figured now would be a good chance to use it. My next replay I plan on doing is either going to be a 2019 Washington Nationals season replay, or it's going to be one of these things. They look kind of small. Okay. I don't know if there's any way I can, like I said, this is a new phone, so I'm not sure if it's recording something that's, let me put it down here. Does that help at all? Captain Carl. I'm looking at it through my computer too, and it looks, let me look at the cards again and see how they look. I'm getting as close as I can. I think I'm going to have to do something with this camera setting because I think I've got it on like it's somehow defaulted to a wide screen or something like a panoramic, so I'm not really sure how well it does. Plus there's probably glare from the light, but it's nighttime, so I can't really help that. If I did turn the light out, I wouldn't be able to see. So I don't know how that turns out. If deGrom's card looks any better, don't know. I'm going to try to bring it down a little bit further. And hopefully this will, I think I might just take Nationals Park out of there. Okay, let's see how that looks now. I think the Nationals Park thing may have caused some issues. It ain't the best, but like I said, it's a work in progress. I may have to adjust some settings on this new phone to get the camera the way I need it, the video the way I need it. What I was saying earlier also is I bought this Bob Carpenter scorebook a couple years ago. Never really had a good reason to use it, but I thought if I did a 2019 Nationals replay, then why not do it in the scorebook? So what I've got here is I've got the scorebook set up for opening day with the lineups for both teams, the defensive lineups up here for the Nationals, the batting lineup for the Mets, and then on this side you have the batting lineup for the Nationals, defensive players for the Mets, and down here you've got bench for the Mets, bullpen for the Nats, and then bench for the Mets, bullpen for the bench for the Nats, bullpen for the Mets. What I'm going to do to keep score to show it on camera is only going to have one side because that's all I really need when I'm keeping score is to have one side open. So we will do that. And like I said, hopefully, hey RJL, how are you? It's a new camera. I broke the old camera, so I'm sure this is a setting that I need to correct before I start. There's probably some kind of a wide screen or something that's going on because when I raise the lever up like I usually do, it's a huge wide screen, but you can't really see anything. So I don't know. This is supposed to be doing 1080p, but I don't know if it is or not. Like I said, it's probably a setting. It's probably a user error on my part, but this is kind of like a test. I try to do a recording, but this phone only lets me record for 30 minutes and it cuts it off. Even my old cheap phone did 46 minutes. So it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of a test, a work in progress. So we'll see how it goes. Brandon Nimmo will lead things off against the Nationals, Max Scherzer. And this is super advanced. I've got the super advanced fielding chart over here to my side. Already did the ballpark results, and we know that it's bad weather, unfortunately. Even though it was good weather for the real game, it is bad weather. In the real game, it was 56 degrees and partly cloudy. But in our replay, the bad weather says, the D20 says it was bad weather. So that's what we're going to go by. All right, RJL. Yeah, I'm looking through it from my computer, watching this, and it looks okay. It's not the greatest, but I think I can live with it. I don't know. The other thing is that this new phone, the jack for my lapel microphone does not fit, so I've got to order a adapter of some sort. So I'm using just the microphone from the phone itself, which hopefully is picking me up okay. I don't know. So I'll get all my excuses out of the way in this video and see if we can go on and drive on. My next project is either going to be a Nationals replay, or the other alternative is to play a game of the week and let the computer sim the other games and kind of do a season for the whole year and see where the Strat computer takes us, and then pick maybe a game of the week. So I thought this one did both purposes. So if I want to do the Nats, this will fit the bill. And if I want to do the season replay, this can be the first game of the season. So it kind of covers, kills two birds with one stone. All right, so Brandon Nimmo steps in against Max Scherzer, and we are underway. We get a 6-11 Scherzer, 6-11. That's a split chance. 1-10 is a single, and 11-20 is a line out. I hope that's showing up on the camera okay. Kind of hard to tell. I've got these little plastic coverings over the cards, so maybe it'll show up better without the plastic covering on it. I don't know. There might be a little glare on there, so maybe I'll take the plastic coverings off the Nationals while I'm at it. So anyway, 1-10 will be a single. 11-20, he will line it to the second baseman Dozier. And he lines it to Dozier, and that's how we're underway in L4. And Nimmo is retired. So that'll bring up Rookie of the Year Pete Alonso. So I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic coverings off of the Nationals players. So I need to do that real quick off their batting order. So I don't, because I had a feeling the glare was going to be the case. So let me do that, at least for the first four batters of next inning, so I'm not running into those issues. All right, so Pete Alonso, Rookie of the Year in 2019. 6-8 against Scherzer, and that is a strikeout. So Max Scherzer, Mad Max, gets a strikeout, out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and here's Robbie Cano, and Robbie Cano hit a home run off Scherzer in the first inning in the real game. So we'll see if life imitates art, or art imitates life. 5-4, and won't do it. That's a catcher X. Catcher in this case is Yan Gomes, and Yan Gomes has a defensive rating of 2E1, so pretty good. Should be able to make a play on this. Oh, 2-1. That could be interesting for a catcher. Let's see how that plays out. Catcher, a 2-1 is a W/S, but nobody's on base, so there's no worry of a wild pitch or anything. That is a 14, and he is an E1. I'm sorry, yeah, E1. So that's not an issue whatsoever. W/S says, with no runners on, the batter hits a squib. Oh, it's a single. I'll take it back. How about that? W/S was a single. So with no runners on, it's a squib single for Robinson Cano. He's an E-stealer. He will not be held whatsoever. So no worries there to worry about holding him on. So we'll roll the 20, make sure there's no balks or wild pitches, nothing going on. Here's Conforto, right fielder. We get a 4-6 for Scherzer, and that is a strikeout to end the inning. So Scherzer gets out of that. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. And at the end of a half an inning, it is the Mets nothing and the Nationals coming to bat. And Cy Young winner Jacob deGrom on the bump for the Mets as he gets his 2019 season underway, facing off against Adam Eaton, the newest member of the Chicago White Sox, of all things, believe that or not. Chicago White Sox. Let me move this over here so you can see the scorebook a little bit better, I think, hopefully. In here. Okay. All right, so Adam Eaton will lead things off against Jacob deGrom. 4-3 for deGrom against the lefties, a ballpark single. And as we saw on the chart, bad weather, ballpark singles for a lefty is still going to be a 15, 1-15. So a 1-15, Adam Eaton will still get himself a single. 16 or higher, he lines to Cano. It's a 16, so Cano, snow cone. And Eaton is retired. I'm going to bring up Trey Turner. Trey Turner, 1-7. 1-7, a good column one, but he flies to center. And that's put away out there by Juan Lagares. And it's 2 up and 2 down for Mr. Anthony Rendon. 5-5 for deGrom, struck him out. And that's going to end the inning. So 3 up and 3 down, 1, 2, 3, go the Nats. They get nothing and like it. We go to the second, and it's no score here at Ramos. Wilson Ramos. Something happened to my phone there. I don't know what it was. I had some kind of message come up, but hopefully everything's still copacetic. All right. Hey, Al, how are you doing? Here is Wilson Ramos facing Scherzer. 2-2 for Ramos, and he's going to be plunked. So how about that? Hit by pitch. He doesn't like it, but he's going to go to first anyway. And he will not be held. He's so slow, he's not even going to be held. We will roll the strategy and see if anything happens, and it does not. Here's Jeff McNeil. Wilson Ramos again not being held on. McNeil 5-8 against the lefty Scherzer. 5-8's ground ball second base X. That is Brian Dozier. And defensively, Brian Dozier checks in as a 3-E8. So a 3-E8. 3 and a 9. Let's see if that's good enough to turn a double play. 3 and a 9 for a second baseman. 3 and a 9 is a G3, so runner's going to advance. That's an 8. And he is an E8. 8 and 8 is a good play, but it's a G3, so runners advance. Ramos will take Rosario, the shortstop, the batter. Nothing happening there. Here's Rosario. 5-6 off of Scherzer is a strikeout. So Scherzer rings him up, out number 2. And that'll bring up Juan Lagares. First base is open. They could walk Lagares and pitch to deGrom. Lagares was a 213 hitter on the season. So Max says, I'm not walking a 213 hitter. I'll pitch to him. Dave Martinez says, go right ahead. It's a 1, but he's got no wild pitch, so don't have to worry about that. 5-7, and that's a 1-10 double. 11-20, he will fly to left field. Soto will get it. So this is a 1-11. 11-20, Soto catches it. 1-10, and Lagares has gone for a double. That's a 15, so Juan Soto tracks it down, and Max Scherzer saves face. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left, although there was a hit batter. And at the end of 1.5, it is still no score here at Nats Park. And now I'm going to take off some more of the plastic coverings of these next batters for the Nationals. So that will take a second, pardon me, while I get that done. Well, Soto doesn't have it on, but Zimmerman and some other ones do, so I need to remove that. I have these protective sheets because if I'm going to use them all year, I want them to be protected. But in this nighttime recording with the lamp on and everything, the glare is a little bit too much. So it works better not to have it that way. So we have Soto, Zimmerman, and Gomes, the next 3 in the order against deGrom. Soto, 6'9". 6'9" is a ground ball shortstop X. That's Rosario. And Adam Rosario defensively is a 3-E19. 3 and a 20, he'll get to that. That's a 5, so that is a rare play. And I believe it's probably a G1. Let's see, a 3 and a 20 is a G1. So G1 rare play. If there's a run on first, the ball would so nobody's on first. So it's just a ground out. It would have been a rare play had somebody been on base, but there's nobody on base. So it's just a regular 6-3. And there's one down for Ryan Zimmerman, Mr. National. 2-4. 2-4 for Zim. All his stuff in column 2, and he fouls out to Ramos. So bad luck there for Zim. 2 up, 2 down for Jan Gomes. That is a 5-9. 5-9. Struck him out. Second strikeout for DeGrom. It's another 1-2-3 inning. Nothing going on. We go to the third. No score from Nats Park. And Jacob DeGrom will actually be the leadoff man coming up. And he'll be followed by the top of the order, Nimmo and Alonso, to face Mad Max. No score, top of the third. DeGrom steps in. DeGrom, as a hitter, hit 200 with 2 home runs. So as a pitcher, pretty decent hitter. Not bad at all. Gets to column 3, he's in good shape. I got a column 5, so we're to Scherzer 5-7, but that's a 1-10 double. So again, we're back to that 1-10 double. 11-20 is a flyout. And that's a 5. So Jacob DeGrom, a leadoff double. How about that? Jacob DeGrom, of all people, a leadoff double. DeGrom obviously will not be held. And let's see, nothing on the 20. Let's see what Nimmo's got going. 6-10. Fly ball center field X. That's Robles. Excellent fielder is Robles. He is a 1 E7, so we know he's going to get to it. Just check the E7. That's a 10. That should be good all day long. A 1 and a 20 is an F3, and on an F3, runners have to hold. So runner on second will have to hold as Nimmo flies to Robles for out number 1. That'll bring up Pete Alonso. Now, first base is open. Do they pitch to Alonso? I think they're going to go ahead and do it. Some reason why in the world is, I just noticed this, I'm fuzzy all over the place, and I don't know why. I don't know any way I can fix it. I'm trying to help. I don't know why it's getting so fuzzy like this. I do not know why it's getting fuzzy. This camera's supposed to be, or this phone is supposed to be high tech and everything, so I don't know why it's getting fuzzy. I'm just gonna keep going. Hopefully it'll clear up. If it doesn't, I have to call it a radio broadcast. I don't know until I figure this thing out. 3, nothing on the 20. Here's Alonso, 4-11 against Scherzer. That's a strikeout. Scherzer out number 2 with the strikeout, and I don't have a clue why it's so fuzzy. I just noticed all of a sudden it did that, and I have no idea as to why. I don't know if I can raise it or lower it or help it or whatever. I just don't know why it's doing that. It'll do, technology will do what it wants to do, I guess. Here's Cano, nothing on the strategy roll. 2-11 for Cano, and that's a ballpark home run chance right here, diamond shot. Again, we have bad weather, so even so, home runs are 1-11. So a 1-11, and we got a 2-run homer from Cano. And it's a 9, so it's gone. This time, art does imitate life because Robinson Cano homered off of Scherzer on opening day. He does it again. His was a solo shot in real life in the first inning. Instead, it's a 2-run homer here in the third, and the Mets lead it 2-0. And I'm sorry about the blur. I don't know what's causing it or how it happened all of a sudden, but it's a work in progress trying to get this phone thing straightened out. 1-7 for Conforto. That's a 1-10 double. And anything else, he flies to center. And that's a double. So Conforto and the Mets are getting to. The scorebook is the Bob Carpenter scorebook. You can go online at bcscorebook.com, I think it is, or just Google Bob Carpenter scorebook. It's not cheap. This is mainly what they use for people that do broadcasting stuff. I thought it'd be neat to buy it one time. It's really overkill for cards and dice, but I bought it and never used it, so I'm trying to justify the use here, and that's kind of where that came from. All right, Ramos is up, nothing on the strategy roll with Conforto at second and 2 outs. Ramos 1-8. He's going to ground it to Rendon at third, and the inning is finally over. But 2 runs come across the board. They were earned on 3 base hits. There was no errors and 1 left, and at the end of 2.5, it is the Mets 2 and the Nationals nothing. And they got their work cut out for them against Mr. DeGrom. And Scherzer will actually lead things off because he is batting 8th in the order. Actually, it'll be Dozier and then Scherzer. My bad. Dozier leads off, and then it will be Scherzer, and then the top of the then Robles rather, and then the top of the order if they get that far to Adam Eaton. So Dozier will lead it off against Mr. DeGrom. And DeGrom has been given a 2-0 lead to protect, and it looks pretty safe on my end from him. All right. And again, I apologize for the blurriness. I don't have a clue what's causing it. I keep thinking I can fix it somehow, but it just doesn't seem like it wants to do it. So there's obviously something within my phone that's causing this that I need to fix a setting for. It's right. I'm right here. The Wi-Fi box is right here beside me, so it shouldn't be a Wi-Fi problem. I'm not sure what's going on. That's probably a setting I've got to fix or adjust or something. All right, Dozier 1-8. He's going to strike out. So while I'm fidgeting with all that, Dozier just strikes out. Anticlimactic there. Here's Scherzer. That's a 1-12, and he'll ground to third. And that's picked up by McNeil. So 2 up and 2 down, and now we're to the number 9 hitter, Victor Robles. Dave Martinez channeling his inner genius from his apprenticeship from the Cubs manager. 3-8, 3-8. All this stuff in column 3, and he got to pop up to second. So he pops it up to Cano. Again, it's a 1-2-3 inning with nothing going on, and DeGrom looks pretty dominant. Right now, he is in control 2-0 over the Nationals. And that will bring up Jeff McNeil to start off the top of the 4th against Mad Max, who's looking for a better inning. And again, I sincerely apologize for the blurriness. I don't know why it's doing it. I can't fix it on the fly, so just gonna have to live with it and hope you guys just listen and don't watch. 1-6. 1-6 for McNeil is a double. Double to left field. I might have to do another recording as a practice offline and see if I can figure out what the heck is going on. All right, here, I've already started, so I don't want to stop. 1 chance for a wild pitch, but he has no wild pitch rating, so we go to Rosario. That's a 3-8 for Rosario. Struck him out, so Mad Max gets a strikeout. Oops. And that'll bring up Lagares with 1 out. And Lagares fly to left his first time up. Nothing on the strategy roll. Lagares 4-6 against Scherzer. That's another strikeout. So Scherzer getting some strikeouts in all of a sudden. And that'll bring up DeGrom, who started this whole mess in the last inning with a double off of Scherzer's card. Nothing on the strategy roll. We're on Scherzer's card again, 6-8. But this time it's a strikeout, so not faring so well that time. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the top of the 4th. Still 2-0 favor of the Metropolitans, as Al Red Sox fan likes to call them. And it'll be top of the order, Adam Eaton, the newest member of the 2021 Chicago White Sox, as he gets reunited, as Peaches and Herb would say, with the White Sox. 2-8 for Eaton, and that's a strikeout. So again, DeGrom in control, seemingly. Here's Trey Turner, so that can change. 4-5. 4-5 is going to be an in-home run. Look at that, right off the bat. And he does have normal power. 1-5 is a home run. 6-20 is a double. So it's the first hit of the game, one way or the other for Trey Turner. 1-5, and he breaks up the shutout. 12, it's a double. So Trey Turner, a 1-out double for Turner. And he will be held on second base. Roll for the strategy. Nothing going on. Here's Rendon. Big chance for Rendon to do something. 6-4. Fly ball center field X. That's Lagares. And we'll see what Lagares can do. He is a good center fielder. He's a 2-6. So pretty good. Whoops, that one went off the yin-yang, so I got to re-roll that one. All right, a 3. 2 and a 3. Can he get to it? It's a 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3 is an SI2. Single 2 stars. That's a 6. I don't think there's any problem with an error. E6 and a 6. There is no error, but it's a single 2 stars. He couldn't get to it. Rendon plops a single in front of him. Turner scores. And the Nationals have cut the lead in half at 2-1. As Anthony Rendon gets the base hit, he will not be held at first base, as he does not run well. Strategy roll. It's a 1, so a wild pitch rating on DeGrom is a 1. And nothing going on in the wild pitch. And that'll bring up Soto, 3-8. 3-8 for Soto. 1-6 is a single. 7-20, he grounds to short for a force play. And it's a force play, 6-4, fielder's choice, to make it 2 away. And Soto will have to be held on because he's going to actually try to get the jump, because DeGrom's a +8 hold rating. Ramos is a 0. It makes it a +5. If he can get the jump, he needs a 4 to do it. If he does, it'll be pretty much an automatic stolen base. But he needs a 4 on the 2 red dice. And he didn't get it. He got an 8. So he can't go anywhere. But, of course, he will be held. And here's Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman, a 4-10 off of DeGrom, is a ballpark single check. And it's a 1 for a right-hander. Is a 1-12 for a right-hander. 1-12 will be a single 1-star. That's an 18, so he's going to line it to short to end the inning. But they do break through a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 4, it is Mets 2, Nationals 1. And we go to the 5th, and there was something I saw on my phone a couple of innings ago. And right after I saw that, I think is when this thing went to blur. So I don't know what it was. I'll have to do some investigating on that. Again, I apologize for the blurriness. I don't know how to fix it. At the moment, I'm afraid if I hit something else, it'll really mess something up. So I really don't know what else to do to try to fix this. Doesn't seem to be whatever I'm trying to do is not working. So I don't want to do something to mess everything up, so worse than it already is. So at least it's recording. I guess that's a part of the battle. All right, here's Brandon Nimmo. 6-10 off of Scherzer, and that's a fly ball center field X. That's Robles. He's a 2E6. 2 and a 5. I think he'll get to it with a 2 and a 5. 2 and a 5 is an F2, so he does get to it. E6 and a 7 is a good play. So Robles tracks that thing down in center field, and Nimmo is retired. Brings up Rookie of the Year Pete Alonso again. He is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. 4-7. He's going to strike out again. He's got the hat trick. So Alonso having a rough day of it. Here's Cano. Homered his last time up. 6-6. Won't homer, but he's going to get a base hit. 1-13 is a double. 14-20 is a single. And that's a 16. It's a base hit. Cano is 3 for 3. 2 singles and a home run. He will not be held. And that'll bring up Conforto. 4-7, and that's a strikeout for Mad Max to get out of the inning. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 2-1 Mets in this blurry edition of Strat-O-Matic. Since my phone does not want to cooperate, I just have to call it the blurry vision. It's like me. It looks like me trying to watch this without my glasses is what that looks like. So I apologize again. I don't know how to fix it on the fly. So hopefully the next time I do a recording, it will look a whole lot better. We shall see. Right now, here's Yan Gomes. 4-7. 4-7. A 1-11 is a single. Anything else lines it to third. That is a 12, so he's going to line it to McNeil. And there's 1 away. That will bring up Brian Dozier. 2-8 for Dozier. 1-7 is a single. 8-20 he lines out. At 16 he lines to Cano. So 2 straight line drive outs. Hit the ball hard, but nothing to show for it. And here's Mad Max. The 2 outs and the base is clear. 1-7 he will strike out. So it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for DeGrom. They must have ticked him off when he scored a run against him. And now we go to the 6th. Still 2-1. Favor of those Metropolitans. Now Scherzer, this will be the start of his fatigue inning. He's rated as a 6. DeGrom is rated as a 7. So this will be the point of weakness beginning for Scherzer. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here's Wilson Ramos, 2-4. And he's going to fly to right field. Adam Eaton is there to put it away. For Jeff McNeil, the third baseman, that's a 4-4 for Scherzer, and that's a ballpark single check. And it's going to be for lefties 1-15 for a base hit. And that's a 14, so he sneaks it by. McNeil now 2 for 3. He's a D stealer. He will not be held. We'll roll to make sure there's no balk or whatever. And nothing's going on there. Here's Ahmed Rosario, 2-4. Ground ball third base A. That's a 5-4-3 around the horn, tailor-made double play. So no runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left thanks to the double play. We go to the bottom of the sixth, still 2-1 in favor of the Mets. And Scherzer only had one ding against his point of weakness, so he's still good to go. Robles will lead things off against DeGrom, 4-9. Struck him out. So Robles 0 for 2. Here's Adam Eaton. 6-4 against DeGrom for a lefty. He's a fly ball center field X. That is Lagares. He's a 2-E6. 2 and a 17. That's good to go. But an E6 and a 16 could be trouble. I'll check the E6. Yep. Oh, no. 15's a two-base error. 16's a good play. So Lagares, tough chance, but makes the play, and Eaton is retired. 2 down for Trey Turner. Let's see here. 5-11 off of DeGrom. It's a fly ball to right field. Conforto will put it away. And it's another 1-2-3 inning. And except for the fourth, every inning for DeGrom has been a 1-2-3 inning except for the fourth. So we go to the seventh, and still a 2-1 pitcher's duel, which I expected the pitcher's duel. Wasn't sure who was going to come on top of that. Of course, I wasn't expecting the blur either, but that's another issue for another day. Here's Lagares, and DeGrom hits second, but the way he's pitching, you're not going to take him out. So Scherzer facing Lagares. 6-6 off of Scherzer. 1-8's a single. 9-20, he lines it to Trey Turner at short. And that is a 4. It's a base hit for Lagares. So that means that DeGrom can bunt. He's a B bunter. He's going to be a C bunter because they're expecting it. So we'll roll for the bunt check on the super advanced chart. 2D6 roll plus the 1 white die to see who fields it. And it's a 10. So it's a 10, and he is a C bunter. 10 is a pop out. I would show you the chart, but it's too blurry. You can't see it anyway. 10 says pop out. So popped out to the number 4 on the white die is the first baseman, Zimmerman. But the runner does get back. So it's a pop out to Zimmerman. Lagares gets back, does not get doubled off. So with 1 away, Lagares will have to be held, but he's not going to try to steal. Rolling the strategy roll, nothing's going on. Here's Nimmo. 2-8 for Nimmo. Strikeout plus injury. Not doing injuries because it's as played, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'll bring up Pete Alonso. Trying to break the schneid. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. 4-8. Make it 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. He's got the golden sombrero. And the inning is over. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Oh, 1 man left, not none left. All right, so we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's still the Mets 2, Nationals 1. And don't adjust your sets at home, folks. The blur is on my end, not on your end. So I don't know how to fix it, but so I was going to sally forth and treat it as a radio broadcast, I guess. I don't know how entertaining that is, but we'll see. All right, so Rendon, Soto, and Zimmerman, and this is the point of weakness beginning for DeGrom. Here's Rendon. It is a 2-9 for Rendon. He's going to ground to third. McNeil, Johnny on the spot, 1 away. I'll bring up Juan Soto. 6-6, and he struck him out. So another strikeout for DeGrom. And again, he's just driving along with no issues whatsoever. Zimmerman, 2-10. Well, that's a chance for a double. 1-6. Not a very good chance, but it's a slight chance. It's an 8, so it's going to be a fly out to right fielder Michael Conforto, and yet another 1, 2, 3 inning for the Mets, or for the Nationals rather. We go to the 8th. It's still 2-1, and let's see. Scherzer still could pitch. He is set to bat third next inning, so I think they're going to try to get him through 8 if they can. But they do have action in the bullpen. They do have Wander Suero and Matt Grace, a righty and a lefty, in the pen, should they be needed. All right, here is Robinson Cano, who's 3 for 3, including a homer. 5-11, ground ball first base X, that's Zimmerman. And Zimmerman's defensive rating Checks in as a 3 E12. 3 and a 7. I think he'll get to that. Pretty sure he will. 3 and a 7 is a G3, so he does get to it, and that is a 7 there with the E12. There is no 7, so it's good play for Zimmerman. 1 away as Cano is retired, and that will bring up Conforto. 4-5 against Scherzer. That's a strikeout. 2 down. Conforto with the hat trick and 3 strikeouts. Here's Wilson Ramos. 6-6 on Scherzer. That's a 1-6. I'm sorry, 1-8 single. 9-20. He lines to Turner. And that's an 11, so he lines to Turner to end the inning. So Scherzer going out in style. 3 up and 3 down on that particular inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1. Mets still lead it. And this time, that's going to be all for Scherzer because he is set to bat third in this inning, and they will need a pinch hitter. And it looks like Matt Adams has already picked up a bat and loosening in the on-deck circle for the Nationals. So it will be Big City Matt Adams. I think that's his nickname, Big City. So Big City Matt Adams will bat third this inning. DeGrom didn't give up anything in the 7th, so he's still definitely good to go as far as fatigue. So he's not worried about that whatsoever. It'll be Gomes, Dozier, and then Matt Adams. So here's Gomes. 6-7, and that's a strikeout. So DeGrom still chugging along with those strikeouts. Here is Dozier. 3-7 for Dozier. That's a walk. So Dozier reaches the tying run, and now we need a pinch hitter, and the pinch hitter is going to be Matt Adams. So Adams will pinch hit here in the 8th inning with the runner at first base. So Matt Adams will get the call to pinch hit. Dozier will not be held. He's a D stealer. He's not going to try anything, even with the bad DeGrom hold rating. You know what? They're going to. You know what? We're going to try to get the lead. A 4 through 6, a 4 or a 6, he gets the lead. A 9, he gets picked off. 4 or 6, he gets the lead. I just rolled a 9. Do you believe that? I know you can't see it on the camera, but trust me, it's a 9. It's a 3 and a 6 there. So he just got picked off. Unbelievable. I'm trying to take advantage of the +8 on DeGrom, and he just got picked off. Unbelievable. And now Big Country's got a bat with the bases clear. Or Big City, I mean. So now Adams is up with the bases clear. Unbelievable. 3-7 for Adams. He grounds to second. That's going to end the inning anyway. Would have been a double play, so even if he hadn't got picked off, it would have been a double play anyway. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the 9th. It's still 2-1 in favor of the Mets, and we do need a new pitcher for the Nats, as Scherzer was pinch hit for, and his day is done. And it might be it for DeGrom. We have to wait and see. He is set to bat 4th next inning, but he's got a 2-1 lead. But they usually don't let him go all the way on opening day, so I'll try to keep to that. Keep that in mind. So Wander Suero, the right-hander, is going to be the new pitcher for the Nationals. Wander Suero, right-hander, and he'll be facing McNeil, Rosario, and Lagares. So Scherzer 8 innings, and he's going to give up 2 runs. Both were earned. The big blow, the homer by Cano. That was a big 2-run homer. Hits allowed, he allowed 8 hits. And let's see, walks and strikeouts. I don't think he walked anybody. He hit a batter, but he didn't walk anybody, so no walks. And he struck out Alonso 4 times. One there is 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got him for 12 strikeouts. So excellent outing for Mr. Scherzer, but unfortunately not enough run support. So we go to the top of the 9th. McNeil will lead off against Wander Suero. That's a 4-8 for Suero, and that's a single right off the bat against the lefty. So McNeil lines a base hit, and he will be, let's see, will they hold him on? Suero's got a 0 hold rating. They will hold McNeil on. He's not going to try anything, but they will hold him on. There's a 2, chance for a pass ball or a balk. That's chance for a balk. His balk rating is a 5. Suero, no balk. It's an 18. So no balk. So here's Rosario. 3-11 for Rosario. He fouls out to Zimmerman at first base for 1 away. And that'll bring up Lagares. And I believe we'll get a pinch hitter for DeGrom, and it will be Dominic Smith, the left-handed hitting reserve outfielder of the Mets. He will be in the bat, assuming Lagares does not hit into a double play. All right, here is, check on the strategy roll, nothing happening. Here's Lagares. 5-10, Suero, ground ball shortstop A would have been 5-11. 5-10 is a ground ball shortstop X, which is Trey Turner. And Trey Turner's a 2 E18, so this could be a double play, and Smith may not be able to hit. 2 E18. 2 and a 3, though, is not going to be a double play, I don't believe. 2 and a 3 is going to be a a runner advance play. And let's see here. There's a symbol of a pound sign, but that says if the fielder was responsible for holding the runner, it would get through. But the ground ball was to short. He's a right-handed hitter, so Turner was not responsible for holding the runner, so it will not get through. That's a 16, and Turner is a E. Let's say he was an E18. E18, and that's a 16. That could still be problematic. Yep, 1 base error on Turner, so won't be any kind of a double play. In fact, it'll be an E6, 1 base error, and that'll put runners at first and second. Hey, ID, sorry about the blurriness. It's a new phone. The settings on my phone are, I guess I haven't figured it out yet. So it was going well for the first 2 innings, and all of a sudden it got blurry. I don't know why. So it's kind of turned into a radio broadcast, for lack of a better term. But it's 2-1 Mets here in the top of the 9th. But 2 are on after that 1 base error on Trey Turner, and now Dominic Smith will be on to pinch hit for the Mets here in the 9th, with runners at first and second and 1 out against Wander Suero. Let's see if anything's going on the strategy roll. It is not. Infield looking to turn 2 if they can. 6-8 for Suero against a lefty. 6-8 is a single to right field, so Suero's not the answer. And now the question is, McNeil was being held at second. He's a 13. He turns down to a 12. The arm of the right fielder, Eaton, is a -1, makes him an 11. So 1 to 11, they could score him, or they could leave the bases loaded. I think they're going to leave the bases loaded. So they hold him up. Bases are now juiced full of Mets, with Brandon Nimmo coming up, but the Nationals are going to take Suero out of there. He didn't seem to be the answer. And they're going to bring in lefty Tony Sipp. Now, I had to do a computerized card, but of course with this blurry video, you can't tell the difference one way or the other. But it is one I printed off the PC. So I do have Tony Sipp's card right here. So Sipp will now be the new pitcher. And Suero had a rough 9th inning. Suero only goes a third of an inning and gives up 2 hits, and we don't know what else yet. He's responsible for all 3 runs that are on base. Nimmo stepping to the plate against Tony Sipp. Nothing on the strategy roll. Lefty-lefty matchup. It's a 2-7 for Nimmo, and he's going to walk. So Tony Sipp comes in and walks in a run. That run is charged to Suero, and it makes the Mets lead now 3-1. The bases are still loaded. And that's going to be all for Tony Sipp. He's going to be a one-hit wonder, a one-batter wonder, as they're not going to let him face Pete Alonso with the bases loaded. No way. So he walked the only batter he gets to face. And now they need to go to the bullpen again. And they've already went to a couple guys they thought they trusted. And now they're going to have to go to somebody that's not quite as good as who they thought they had. That's Kyle Barraclough. So Kyle Barraclough is going to try to get out of this. He is the 3rd pitcher used this inning. And there's still only 1 out. So the bullpen for the Nationals acting just like they did in real life, apparently, not being able to get anybody out. That's a 2, chance for a pass ball or a balk. That's a chance on a pass ball. Jan Gomes' pass ball rating is a 5. So 1 to 5, it's a pass ball. It's 16, so no pass ball. So here's Alonso, infield double play depth, looking to turn 2. 5-5 off a Bear Claw. That is a ballpark home run chance. Unbelievable. This could be a grand salami. It is bad weather, but even so, the bad weather for a right-hander is 1 to 11 for a home run. So 1 through 11, we got a grand salami from Pete Alonso, and he makes up for his golden sombrero, 4 strikeouts against Scherzer. 1 to 11, it's gone. It's a 12. Unbelievable. I'm not doing the robbing home run thing, so it's simply going to be an out, but it will be a sacrifice fly because that's the result on those ballpark checks. When they're not homers, they turn to sac flies. The run will score Lagares. It's unearned because he reached on the error, but Mets don't care. They take another run, and they take a 4-1 lead, a 3-run lead, I should say, as they now lead at 4-1 for Robinson Cano, with runners at first and second and 2 down for Cano. Nothing on the strategy. Cano. 2-6 for Cano. Oh, it's more damage done. 1 to 9 is a homer. 10 to 20 is a double. It's a 12, so it's a double for Robinson Cano, and the Mets are just blowing this thing wide open. Dominic Smith, the pinch hitter, will score from second easily. Nimmo, at first, has a very good chance of scoring. He's a trail runner, so he's not being held, which means he's a 16. There are 2 outs, which means he's a 17, and the double is assumed to go to center field. So Robles, let's check his arm. Robles is a -4, though, so that could be a problem. So let's see. We had him as 16. It'd be a 1 to 12. They're going to go ahead and send him 1 to 12. And he's in there. So it's a 2-run double. 2-run double for Robinson Cano. He's got 4 RBI in the game now. Mets have blown this thing wide open. It's 6-1. And the Nationals bullpen pretty much acting realistic to what they did in the beginning of the season in real life, where they sucked. All right, here is Michael Conforto. 1-5 for Conforto. That's a ballpark single. I'm sorry, it's a single, but it's a clutch. So since there's a runner on scoring position and 2 outs, this becomes an out now. Instead of a clutch, it becomes a pop out to end the inning. So Conforto fails in the clutch, but the Mets don't care. They get 4 runs. 2 of them were earned because these last 2 shouldn't have scored because of the error. Actually, only 1 of them were earned. 4 runs and 1 earned. Bad defense all the way around. 1, 2, 3 hits. There was 1 big error, and there was 1 left. So 4 spot for the Mets, and they now go into the 9th inning with a 6-1 lead. So we're not going to have Diaz, their closer, coming in. We're going to have a lesser-known pitcher because there's no reason to use your best pitchers when you've got a substantial lead as they do. So they will go into their bullpen and see who they're going to go to. They're going to go to, where'd they go here? I got to find their bullpen. What did I do with their bullpen? Covered up by somebody else, I think. Oh, here they are. Okay. So bullpen is going to be Seth Lugo. So Seth Lugo is going to come in, try to close the deal. DeGrom, obviously, excellent outing, 8 innings. And let's see what he gave up as far as, we know gave up 1 run, which was earned. Let's see how many hits he gave up. 1, 2. I've only got him for 2 hits. They were both back-to-back, Turner and Rendon. So he only gave up 2 hits. And he walked 1. And let's check his strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 strikeouts. A little bit low on the strikeouts, but I think he'll take it all the way around. So Seth Lugo is your new pitcher. He'll be facing Robles. And then the top of the order, Eaton and Turner here in the 9th. But, again, it is now officially a blowout at 6-1 as the Nats bullpen just imploded. All right, here's Robles. 3-6 for Robles. He's got a chance for a home run. 1-7. 8-20 is a double. That's a 4. It's gone. Robles goes deep against Lugo, and now both bullpens struggling right away. They were just happy to see DeGrom out of there, and Robles gets the role he needs. but it's a solo shot, so they're still down 6-2. Here's Eaton. 2-6 for Eaton as a ground ball to short. One away. And that'll bring up Trey Turner. 5-5 on Lugo, and that's a 1-5 home run. 6-20, he flies to left. That's a 12, so he flies deep to left field for out number 2. Nats down to the last out, Anthony Rendon. 6-6 on Lugo is a 1-6 single. Anything else, 7-20, he lines it to Rosario, and the game's over. And it's a 7, so Rosario snags it, snow cone style. Nats get a run on the home run from Robles to make the final score 6-2. Favor of the Mets. Now let's figure out, let's see, Lugo went 1 inning, gave up a run, a hit, nothing else. So the winner was DeGrom. He is now 1-0. The loser, unfortunately, although he pitched well, was Max Scherzer. He is now 0-1 as he takes the loss. So DeGrom, the win. Scherzer, the loss. There was no save because of the score being what it was. And let's see, left on base for the Mets. They left a runner on almost every inning. They left 7 on, did the Mets. And the Nationals they only left 1 runner on base the whole game. Only 1 left on. And they only got 3 hits. So when the Mets got, how many hits did the Mets end up with? Let's see here. 4, 3, 6. Got them for 11 hits. So for the Mets, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. For the Nationals, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Winning pitcher, Jacob deGrom. Losing pitcher was Max Scherzer. So let's transfer this data over to the main screen. 6-11, 0 and 7, 2, 3, 1, and 1. So there you go. Opening day, Nats Park, Strat-O-Matic. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do a Nats replay or if I'm going to do a 2019 replay where I play like a game of the week. One thing I'm definitely going to do is try to figure out this camera issue and find out why everything's so blurry so that hopefully I can get this back on schedule. I did try to record offline, but my phone, for whatever reason, only would record for 30 minutes at a time. So I don't know what's causing that. So I've got a whole lot of, like I said, just got this phone yesterday. So trying to figure out the settings on it and find out where I went wrong or what I need to do to adjust things. But anyway, there you go. Opening day, 6-2. Mets over the Nationals. DeGrom over Scherzer, although it was the bullpen that imploded and gave up 4 runs in the 9th. And like I said, this scorebook I bought a couple of years ago, so I'm trying to find justifiable ways to use it. The Bob Carpenter scorebook is mainly used by broadcasters. So again, using that for a Strat-O-Matic replay is probably overkill, but I bought this thing and it's been sitting, collecting dust. So I figured, why not give it a go and try to use it? I mean, it is kind of nice. I'll move this stuff out of the way. If you haven't seen it before, it is kind of nice. It does go down flat, spiral bound flat. So you can do the visiting side over here, the home side over here. You can put your defensive players here and here. I could have could have written the defensive ratings into the players here if I chose to do so. It's up to you how you choose to do that. It does give you the place to put the bench players and the bullpen, so you know who's available and who's not, and I can scratch them off as I use them. The boxes for the score, there's a lot of room to write in on your scorebook. The squares are pretty big, so I have a lot of room to write. It does go to 11 innings, but then again, you can use the at-bat runs, hits, RBIs are up here. They double as a 12, 13, 14, and 15 innings. So it could go up to 15 innings if you want. There's a place to put standings, place to put notes, place to put umpires. Like if you're doing History Maker, you can put the umpires. So I did put the actual umpires that were in this game. Bill Miller behind the plate, Doug Eddings at first, Torres at second, and Chris Conroy at third. And then there's a place here to put standings and different things like that. Like I said, it's mainly used by broadcasters, but I figured I just wanted to buy it because it looked really interesting, but I've never really had a chance to use it. So I figure if I'm going to use a guy from the Nationals, his scorebook, why not play the Nationals and keep score with the Nationals? So I may do a Nationals replay. I may do a 2019 replay where I do like a game of the week and just pick different games and let the computer sim everything else and just give weekly updates. I'm not sure. Still got the Fidget replay to finish up on Inside Pitch, but I still want to do something on Strat-O-Matic because it's still my favorite game, despite the 50-50 concerns that many people have. It's still probably my favorite game, I would say, out of all the baseball games, although Inside Pitch and Payoff Pitch are right there as well. All right, I apologize for the blurriness. I'm hoping to get that fixed. Refresh your browser and should clear up for you. ID, I don't know how to do that. So without, let's see, how do I do that without ending the stream? I don't know how to do that from my screen as far as refreshing the browser. So let's see here. How do I refresh the browser? I'm a little bit, you could say I'm a little bit hindered by lack of knowledge on how to do things. Oh, I just hit the button. I sent it the wrong way. So now I can't get, now I'm in something here that I can't really get out of. Let's see here. I need to get out of something here. Now I'm in something I can't get out of now. I don't know how to fix it. I brought some window up that I can't get out of, and I don't know how to fix it. Let's see here. I really don't know how to do that. Let's see here. ID, if you can tell me how to fix the browser, I will attempt to do so, but I'm not sure how to do that from this while I'm recording without stopping the recording. I don't know how to get from one to the other. So I'm not sure how to do that. I don't know if you can let me know how to do that. At least I gotta, let's see, watch the video when it shows up on your channel and you will see it was not blurry. Are you saying you can see it and it's not blurry? Because I'm looking at my computer and it's pretty blurry. So I don't know. Like I said, I've got to double check some settings here and find out what is going on as to why it's doing what it's doing. Refresh your computer. Oh, refresh my computer. That's what you're saying. I kept saying, all right, so how do I refresh my computer, I wonder? Let me close YouTube and go back into YouTube and see what's going on with that. Maybe that's what the problem is. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see if it'll let me do it. It's still looking a little F5, huh? Okay, F5. That's it. No, it didn't tell me anything. F5. It didn't give me anything. That has something to do with monitors or second screens or something. So I don't see where that's helping me any. Oh, you know what? The quality went to 144p for some reason. Maybe that's why I was looking blurry. Okay, that's better. Some reason on my computer, and I don't know why it did this, but some reason on my computer it dropped to a 144. What do you call it? Setting. The quality setting was at a 144p instead of a 720. So I don't know what happened there. Now that I'm at the 7 to 20, it looks like it's not blurry anymore. So. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking it was blurry the whole time, so maybe it should have been blurry for the Nationals because Dave Martinez probably didn't want to see this as Jacob deGrom and the Mets took it to him, especially in the, 140 is definitely low quality. I don't know what caused it to click to 140. Don't know why it did that. And actually, this phone is supposed to be recording 1080p, so I'm not sure why it's only doing 720. It's supposed to do 1080, so I don't know why it's doing that, but who knows? Like I said, I'll have to do some adjustments on my phone to make sure, because I thought I was supposed to be getting 1080 out of this, but I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that ID. Like I said, I'm not a computer whiz by any means, and the lighting maybe is not the greatest in the world because it is nighttime. I'm used to recording in the daytime, so I want to have a lamp light so I can see, but then that causes glare. So 6 one, half dozen the other, I guess, on that. Let's see. It's not your phone. It's the setting you have on the computer. All right. So I don't know what's. I click settings, and the only quality it takes me to is 720. That's the best it'll give me. When I click on it, it's the best it'll give me. So I don't know. I'll have to play around with it, I guess. I'm not sure why it's doing what it's doing. Don't know why it's doing that. Let's go back and close it. I'm going to go back in it again and see if anything's refreshed or helps or whatever. Technology and myself are not the best of friends, as you might imagine. Let's see here. Yeah, 720 is all it's giving me. You need to switch it to 1080 in the menus. Which menu you're talking? I'm in the settings menu, and it says quality, and it's giving me a choice of 144 through 720 or an auto, and auto is going to take me to 720. So I'm not sure what menu to go into to change it to 1080. I don't see that option anywhere. But if you're seeing it 1080, then I'm okay with that. Oh, before you go to start the broadcast. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm not the best at live streaming. I usually do recording, but this silly phone will only record 30 some minutes before it cuts off. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll try again tomorrow probably with another one. Probably do it as a private video and see if I can get these things to show up better as best I can. Anyway, I guess now that I see it's in 720, I was thinking the whole thing was going on one. I was looking at 144 because of the way it was doing it. I don't know why I was doing that, but anyway, Obia Day is in the books. 2019. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be a Washington Nationals replay or whether I'm going to do a Game of the Week replay and then do other teams as well. Now it's switched to black and white. I did not switch this to black and white. Somehow it switched to black and white on its own. It still says 720. I have no idea where the black and white is even coming from. So I don't even know what's going on with that. There's edit video. Can I do something with edit video? I don't think I can edit video while I'm still live. Does it let me do that? Let's see. I don't see how it lets me do that. I'm just tinkering at this point. It says it's disabled for that. Settings. Let me try settings. No, I don't see where it's helping me at all. So I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. I have no idea why it's doing what it's doing. So let me get back to this. Okay, let me put a card here. It's got color in it and see if I can get some color back in it. When you were messing with your phone settings. Okay, I don't know what I did when I did my phone settings. Let's see what I did with that. Let's try this. How about that? Let's see, I got color back now. I see that. Yeah, I was doing something with one of the phone settings and somehow it got to black and white. As you can see, I am not savvy in the technical field, so work in progress, as they say. Hopefully when I do the fidget replay game tomorrow, that in Inside Pitch, hopefully that will show up okay and not be as adventurous as this was. I'll have to go back and watch the video after it posts and see exactly how much of the video was blurry and how much of it was actually okay. And I'm thinking the whole thing is blurry because I almost stopped the video. It was so bad. But anyway, like I said, that's I had a Samsung S7. And unfortunately, I did something stupid and left the phone on top of the car and drove off. and of course the phone fell off. And while the phone itself didn't break, the glass covering didn't break, the panel on the inside broke, so you can't see the screen. There's no lighting there. Took it to get it fixed. Said it's 150 bucks to get fixed. I said, well, I might as well take that money and upgrade my 6-year-old phone anyway. So the phone I'm using now is a Samsung S20. I think it's called FE Family Edition or something. So like I said, it's supposed to give me, I would think, better video than what the other phone gave me, but I don't know. Like I said, it's a work in progress. I got to check the settings, and see what I need to do to make things a little clearer on the videos. So we'll try it next time with the fidget replay, see how it goes. And I've also got to decide, do I want to stick with the Nationals replay, or do I want to do to get more teams involved, do I want to do a season replay and just pick a game of the week? Because the problem is with the schedule with the Nats, they get a heavy dose of the Mets and the Phillies in the next couple of games. They got a 3-game series with the Mets, 3-game series with the Phillies, and they turn around and play them again in New York and Philadelphia. So you've got a lot of overkill there. The first 12 games or so is nothing but Mets and Phillies before they finally get to play the Pirates. So we'll see how it goes. I did invest some time to print out the computer cards for the guys that are not carded, so such as Keon Broxton here from the Mets. So I since I put in the labor to do that, I kind of want to use them. The only ones I've done them for so far, though, are the Nationals, the Phillies, the Mets, and the Pirates. I haven't done it for any other team yet, based on what I want to do with the replay. So, ID, thank you for the technical support. I don't know how I missed that before, but I will have to look into that. I apologize if the videos did not turn out as well as it's supposed to, but we shall see. I want to thank everybody that came in, Captain Carl, RJL518, Alan Shaw, Brandon Baker, Mr. Al Red Sox fan, the legend himself, Gerald Kamir, I think it is, Ed Legenbauer, some new names I've not seen before, so I do appreciate you guys showing up. Let's see, who else do we have? I think that covered everybody, because the last few chats have been Mr. ID. And ID, thank you again for your technical support. I know you're doing a lot of war games now instead of sports games, and war games are not necessarily my bag, but sometimes I do check in your streams just to see what you're up to and how you're doing. Like I said, I'm finishing up the fidget replay. Got, I think, 9 more starts to go on that on inside pitch, but I really want to get something going with Strat-O-Matic after the White Sox replay was done. So thought 2019 Nationals or 2019 season replay would be the ticket. So that's what I'm going to go for. And of course, if I do the Nationals by themselves, I'll just probably pick, like I did the White Sox, pick one game, play one game in the series on video, play the other 2 offline, load everything to the computer, get the stats generated, and then when the Phillies come to town, put that out on video as well. So I hope you all are having a wonderful night. For anybody else that's going to be streaming later, please be sure to check out their channels. I'm sure ID may do some war gaming later. RJL will most likely put something out, and Al Red Sox fan has been doing a lot of football with the PC. But he's also done some Strat stuff and some Pine Tar stuff, a little bit of everything. So check out Al, Red Sox fan, and see what he's up to. Usually he's streaming something, if not every night, usually every couple nights. So again, anybody streaming out there, support them, give them a like, and tell them you appreciate their efforts, because and I just noticed I misspelled Strat-O-Matic on the title. I got to go fix that too. I got Strat-O-Matic. Boy, this is a rough outing, wasn't it? All right, so first stream back in a while, so kind of getting my feet back wet again. I took a little bit of time off, and I'm ready to get back at it. So this one turned out well for 8 innings. It was a great game, 2-1. And then the 9th inning, the Nats bullpen decided to crap the bed, as Al Red Sox fan and Uncle Ron like to say, giving up the 4 spot in the 9th inning. So hope you all have a great rest of your evening. And until next time, which would most likely be tomorrow for the fidget tree play, although that might be an upload, depending on how this camera is going and how I can fix it and get it all straight. If I get it to fix well, then I'll do live. If I can't, then I'll have to upload. But it'll be a fidget tree play, and they'll be taking on the Chicago White Sox in his start. He's 11-5 right now in the replay, so he's looking to get better. His ERA is right around 2. But I always enjoy doing the fidget replay. And Inside Pitch is a wonderful game as well. So until next time, have a great evening, everybody. Stay safe out there during all this crazy time. And enjoy your hobby, whether it be cards and dice, PC, baseball, football, hockey, soccer, whatever your fancy, war games, whatever it may be. And until next time, I will see you all down the road.